in this little presentation today about why is it that sort of people have problems in life? What is the cause of unhappiness in life? Why do people keep getting into these unhappy states? Certainly there is part of life which is beyond one's control. There are the difficulties and pains in life, the death of a loved one, the disappointments in one's career, the problems with one's children, the arguments with one's partner, the pain and sickness in the body, or just the basic getting caught in traffic jams when you're on the way to the Buddhist society. The basic sufferings in life are there, but they're not the real sufferings. The point is that one of the things which the Buddha says is the attachment, carrying those burdens around more than they should be. And that's where I'm going to start this talk today. Why is it that people get attached to suffering? And that's basically what it is. Many years ago, I was privileged to give a talk at a grief and loss conference in Observation City. It was a national conference on grief and loss, all run by some psychologists and psychiatrists. And I remember giving a presentation there just after there'd been a presentation by the parents of, I think, Kiera Glennon, one of the young ladies who was killed by the Claremont killer. They're still not found who exactly did that. And they were expressing just their pain at the loss of their daughter. I think a young girl, I think she was a lawyer, successful, beautiful, who just disappeared one night and her body was found sometime later by the Claremont killer, whoever that was. And apparently that session, which I did not attend myself, created a great feeling of suffering and angst amongst the people in the conference. And I came along with my usual positive attitude and how to deal with death. But it's not just my positive attitude, because I had lived in Thailand for 9 years, and it's one of those sayings which comes from my experience in 9 years of, if you like, research. And my research was actually attending funeral after funeral after funeral, cremation after cremation, because our monastery in Thailand was a local cremation ground. We hung out with the ghosts, which was actually a very peaceful place to stay. When I was wandering and you wanted to get away from people, because I was a monk, I liked a bit of peace and quiet. Ajahn Chah always used to tell us that when you want to stay somewhere at night time, ask the local village where the cremation ground is. There'll be like an open area of forest, and you go and stay there. It's the most peaceful place because the villagers are too scared to come and visit you. So I really loved those ghosts for protecting me. They were like my bodyguards, my minders, to keep all the people away so I could meditate quietly and peacefully. So good on you, ghosts. But that particular forest monastery, Wat Pa Nana Chart, that was like a ghost monastery because it had a cremation ground there. But also I used to see so many funeral services, again and again and again. And because you were dependent upon those villagers for your alms food, you'd see them every morning. You'd go into their village. And these were the people you grew up with. I remember I was 9 years in Thailand, mostly that monastery. When I came over here to help start this monastery over in Serpentine and help support this Buddhist Society of Western Australia. I think it was about 4 or 5 years before I had a chance to go back to that village. And as soon as I went back there, getting back into that monastery in the late afternoon, the first time the villagers knew I was there was when I went on alms round. And see all these ladies and men, when they looked up, Ajahn Brahm, they start crying. Because he did become part of the village. There was one of them had gone away for about 4 or 5 years and come back again. And that's actually how close we were knitted into that community. And I mention that point simply because it establishes the fact that I didn't just see these people at the funeral services. I saw them before, I saw them afterwards. These are the people I knew. And I never saw grief.